Welcome to the podcast where we speak truth, illuminate power, and fully embody who the fuck we are. This is the Light Warriors Unleashed podcast. We are all about spiritual evolution, spiritual growth, talking about the things that may be controversial, even some triggering concepts, but we are all about expansion. Come on in and join us as we reclaim and recenter ourselves in the power of who we really are. We are the Light Warriors, and welcome to the revolution. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 114 of the Light Warriors Unleashed podcast. And here is one of those podcasts that comes in as a channeled message, and I explain everything inside the podcast as to what this is, but these are the energies we're moving through in 2025. This is the collective energy moving through. This is the available potent alignment that the universal alignment is calling us into this year, and is going to be a whole lot of fun. That's what I want to say to you. And you can expect some shit to transpire as we move through the world. I mean, shit as in beautiful expanded shit. Like some stuff is moving in, some calibration, the fuego, fire energy is like, that fierce boldness is coming up where we're reclaiming the lives that we actually are meant to live. And it's so potently aligned. And I am so excited to share all of this with you. So this is like a 2025 year energy, what you can expect, what you move through. I taught this in one of the programs that I lead at the end of the year, and I'm actually going to share this actual video podcast in that group for everyone to lean into this too, because I dive in deeper into this podcast episode than what I did there, and this will help just layer for them. So like, I'm so stoked, guys, for all the things coming through, all of the ways that I get to show up in the world. And I'm just so grateful that you guys are here. So no further ado, my solo episode 114, Light Warriors Unleashed podcast. All right, everybody. Well, I've got a couple episodes to catch up on here, guys. And as you know, and if you've been in my field for a while, you know that everything I do is in energetic alignment. And I don't know about you, but I've been in like a time warp, I think, for the last 3 weeks, just moving through a whole bunch of things, like moving through life, moving through stuff. I was traveling for a bit, like really quick, short trips in the space of things, and I feel grounded back. I was just literally doing some guest episodes today that are launching later on, well, in probably January, February of 2025, and just stacking the deck that way. I've got some cool conversations dropping down the pipeline, some really amazing things transpiring. But I was called today to jump on to record a podcast for you about predictions and energies to pay attention to in 2025 and what we're moving within and what we're feeling within. And even if you see this podcast, let's say in June of 2025, it's still going to be relevant for you to dive into this space. So I want to chat with you about the 5 key concepts that came in channeled through a program that I led literally at the end of 2024. Every single year, I lead a closing out of the year program and an embodiment program to move through our next phases where we cut energy cords, we expand into the space. And this was a channeled message that dropped in. Now, a couple things to note. I always get the ping as to what the energetic year is going to hold and a word or something to describe what we're moving within. So 2025 is called the year of letting go. And it really is that embodiment of being able to let go of the things that no longer serve us, of the belief systems, of the storylines, of the people, of the work, of the cycles that we've been playing within for years and years, some of us, and really letting go in this next year of 2025, cutting the energetic cords, paying the debt back, cutting that energetics of these people in your life, choosing a different mechanism in the world. And one of the key pillars is that letting go energy, is being able to honor it and see it and move within it and endeavor within it. I'm going to close the door to the patio because we have now multiplied the amount of flies in this room right now. And as you know, and as if you've been witnessing me for a long time, I am just real and transparent. I think the cat's outside though, but that's okay. She can deal with being outside for the next 20 minutes while I record. She can just go hunt more geckos. She'll be okay. There's more than enough geckos out there for her to hunt. She's all right in the space of everything. So we're moving through this energy of being able to let go. And it is going to be hard for some of us to really do this year, but it is calling forth It is an imperative energy that's coming into the collective right now for us to recognize and realize. The number 2 aspect, now I hope I'm going to remember them all. The list of them is downstairs. Next aspect of pillar is choice. It falls into alignment with letting go. It all works cohesively together and moves within a certain energetic field. But we are being called to choose, to every day choose the life we want, to every day step up into this space, to lead in this aspect of our desire that we want to have in our life, to remind us that we are consciously creating all the time, every aspect of our world, whether that is in the beautiful amazingness or whether that is in the things that we don't want. Because the more energy we put into whatever category we're putting it into is the energy that's manifesting. So when we lead within this choice and we allow ourselves to move within this choice and we are in this space of choice, it allows us to maneuver, it allows us to expand, it allows us to play within the energetic field. So letting go and choosing. Number 3, saying yes. Saying yes to life, saying yes to new experiences. And this floats into a space of cool shit's about to happen this year, which is pillar 4. So I don't know if any of you have ever read the book by Shonda Rhimes. It's called The Year of Yes. And she talks about this year where she said yes to everything. I'm not telling you to say yes to everything. I'm telling you to step up into the space and say yes to the things that scare the fuck out of you, but you want to do anyways, that are coming into your energetic field that you've never done before, but it's calling forward of you to literally allow yourself to actually experience life. 2025 is an expander year, and it will set the tone for the years that come behind it. And if you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you're going to see in a few episodes from now a 2027 depiction of life through the veil of human design, but also through the veil of prophecy that I lead into the space of. It was a beautifully done episode with a very special guest, and it's going to be amazing to land into your field, but we're setting the tone right now for that year. We're setting the tone for that liberation. And as we move through 2025, it's being called into us to step into the space, to be in this movement, to allow ourselves to feel this, to endeavor in it. And it's taking these moments of yes. It's taking the time for us to actually be in that yes, to say yes to things. I have the audacity to say that I am, okay, I'm going to take ownership here. I am going to skydive in Costa Rica in the year of 2025. I have skydove before. Some of you know the story. I did it for charity. And I am going to relive that experience over the jungle and the ocean. And I think it's just going to be one of the coolest things ever. And I cannot wait to go through that experience. It's going to have to be before April, though, because the season's going to change unless I do it in like December of next year. But why wait, you know? So I am going to see if there's anyone in my life that wants to do it with me. And if not, that's cool too. I will just go on my own. But it is like this type of experience, these expanding experiences that are calling us forward in this year, for us to trust that, for us to move through it, whether it's travel, whether it's like experiences like this, whether it's saying yes to the business, whether it's saying yes to the promotion, whether it's saying yes to the date, whatever it is, it's moving through the collective energy and it's calling us forward right now. So that weaves in with the energy of cool shit's going to happen this year. Those of us that are expanding, and the last pillar of the 5 is the shadow work still. Those of us that are doing the shadow work, those of us that are expanding and saying yes, those of us that are choosing the life we desire to live, those of us that are letting go are going to see some cool shit come through this next year. Cool stuff like, you're never going to believe this. I can't believe this is happening. Even though you've asked for this, it's still going to baffle our human brain that our reality that we really want is coming to life. If you stay focused in the energetics and you stay in your intention and you keep doing the work, this is going to be a year of cool things propelling us into more cool things in the space, meeting cool people, connecting through the heart centers, saying yes to the retreat that opens you up to that then you meet that person that you would never have met unless you went to that retreat. And this is the intricate design that's going to be playing out in 2025 for all of us to move within. And it is going to be a cool fucking year inside of the space of everything. And then that last weave is the shadow work. We're still knee deep in it. We still have mirrors to collapse. We still have triggers to deal with. We still have healing that's coming through. It doesn't mean it has to be as dark as the year of 2024 or some of us the last 4 years that we've been through this, but it's still here. So don't let up on it. Don't think that you're out of it yet. Don't allow yourself the lackadaisic energy. Keep moving through what's calling you forward. Keep allowing yourself to go into that meat, to go deeper into the darkness if you need to do the things, to move the energy through, to be in that calling of energy. It's a powerful place, my friends. A powerful place to be. So I wanted to drop that into your awareness field for you to play within. Wherever you hear this podcast, it's launching out literally on December the 16th of 2024. Wherever you hear this, if you hear it in April of 2025 or you hear it in September of 2025, it doesn't matter the timeline. It just matters that you start to look at what was just said and pull in what makes sense for you to integrate, to move it through, to be within this landscape. You're going to see a lot more of me moving through the field. I've got a lot of podcasts to catch up on. I've got 5, 6 more to record before I can let leash the guest episodes I've been recording, and they are so fun. So I'm so excited for where this transition is going. I am excited, beyond excited for 2025. I feel like the podcast is going to be a pivotal light beam for some of you coming into this new year. Just with what we're going to be speaking into, there's hope. I just want to say that too. Some of you may have lost hope for a while, but I want you to feel this and really feel it in your field. There's hope, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the more you lean in, the more it expands. So I'm going to leave you guys with that thought today, and I'll see you guys all in the next episode. I'm just so grateful for all of you. Well, we know that you like the podcast potentially because you're still here listening to this actual audio at this moment of time. So all that we're going to ask is, can you please just help us share it out? Tag some friends, share it with a friend, help us spread the word, because each of us moving through together as we collaborate, as we move within this light warrior movement, helps each of us illuminate in lights. And we're just so grateful. I'm so grateful. The guests are always so grateful too, that you help us spread the word, that you help us really step into this space to be able to own all of our pathway. And we are just so grateful to have you here. And thank you again for listening.